What I am going to take as another good sign from Kanye West, a good sign as for how he's doing coming out of what his wife has described as a bipolar episode that he had been battling for several weeks now, because he is reaching out, making, extending an olive branch to Jay-Z. And you know that they have been at odds for years. They just don't speak to each other. And both men have referred to each other as that they're brothers, and that eventually they'd patch things up. Well,
they go back and forth where they fight and then they're together, and they fight and then they're together. And this has been going on for years.
Well, maybe this is the start of patching things up, because Kanye posted this where he said, "Miss my bro." Real talk. And he included an image of them from the VMAs. I want to say it was this 2011, I think, where they were performing. This was, you know, during the Watch the Throne days. They were performing on the VMAs. So I don't know. He seems nostalgic about his relationship with Jay-Z. And you remember a couple of weeks ago, he actually said, and again, this was when we know that he was in the midst of the bipolar episode, but he said that he wanted Jay-Z to be his running mate. Even though he'd already named Michelle Tidball as his running mate. But
you know what I just realized, Charles? You know what I just realized? I remembered when Kanye had his prior episode, like 4 or 5 years ago, before he was hospitalized. He had a concert in LA, and I remember he went off on Jay-Z.
He attacked Jay-Z. Yeah, he attacked Jay-Z and said, Beyonce, and said that Jay-Z is going to send his shooters for him. That was right. You know, and that was really when things started to really, I mean, that was, as far as I know, the last time that Jay-Z, I don't think Jay-Z's spoken to him since then, that we know of anyway.
Not that we've seen, and it's interesting, like you said, the VP thing. Also interesting that this morning, Kanye made nice with his mother-in-law, Kris Jenner, who at one point, weeks back, he called her Kris Jong-un. A bit of a weird compliment, because he said, you know, my mother-in-law, Kris Jenner, makes the best playlist, given everything else he said about her, but might be a step in the right direction.
It's a start, yeah.
It's bizarre that he's complimenting her playlist. She's in her 60s, although maybe she likes current music, but
what does that mean? What does that mean, Harvey? People in their 60s can't make good playlists?
Okay, I'm just going to say it.
We hear you bragging about your playlists all the time.
No. I'm just going to say it. I do believe that everybody, they don't get stuck. They just enjoy music at a period of their life that they don't necessarily let go over time. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
So,
by the way, while Kanye is making nice with Kris and also with Jay-Z, he is going to war with the Democratic Party in Wisconsin. He is accusing them of spying on his street team there. You know that they have now challenged the signatures that he submitted to get on the ballot in Wisconsin. And he was going to be on the ballot, but now this is being challenged, and he thinks that the Democratic Party is behind all of this, that they're the ones who filed the challenge. And look, they came out and said last week that they think that Kanye is only running to steal votes away from Joe Biden. So
and on top of that, that there is at least one Republican operative who was on the Trump, who was working with Trump, who was garnering signatures for Kanye. So, you know, this all kind of is more smoke from what Rudy Giuliani was talking about, saying that Kanye secretly loves Trump. Now, all of a sudden, Kanye is going after the Democratic Party. So it does seem that the Democrats at least view that his candidacy, you know, could be a spoiler against Joe Biden.
This is Rob calling from Washington, D.C., and I'm glad to see Kanye doing something positive and not feeding the negativity, not being on Twitter with the Twitter fingers, man. It's good to see. So hopefully he carries this positive momentum forward. You know, it looks like all his friends coming in Wyoming definitely helped him.
Yeah, and also and maybe the time with his family.
Yeah.
Which he's still doing right now. Glamping's working out for him.
Glamping's working out.